This river spot just around the corner from my house. Thought I'd come check it out. I've never been to this little river. It's like the first bridge before you come to my house, and I've seen people park on the side, but I've never been here. So yeah, I wanted to come check it out. Looks pretty clean. Not much flow, but still the water's clean. There's little pools here and everywhere. So cool rocks. It's an amazing little river stream. Yeah, very jungly. It's like, well, I don't know where we're going. I'm just walking upstream. I might want to get on this side. Yeah. So I see footsteps here. Going across and jump. Bam! It's beautiful mossy rocks. Nice little stream. Like a lot of trees have fallen down in this little gully. Huh. Figuring out which way to go. Wow, look at this rock. It's got a nice little split in it. I love rocks. I like to do gardens, build gardens. You know, I don't really like the term landscaping because it's just like kind of generic. It doesn't really, because yeah, we're all landscapers if we're doing something. But it's one thing is maintenance, and the other thing is actually landscaping and changing things. I don't know if you can hear me, but the stream's a little louder right here. I was just talking about landscaping and how the term is kind of used loosely because as a designer, I try to create this for you at your home. This is what I want you to have. I want the mossy, beautiful mossy rocks and the colors, the blue and the grays and the browns. So yeah, I went to school for landscape architecture, and you know, I love being outdoors because I grew up as a gypsy with my family and my sisters running around, going from one place to the next, enjoying different places, and you know, I look in the nature, like when I see that water stream like that, there's something magical about that, the way it flows and the lines and the contours and just the fluidness of water, how it bubbles and the sounds it creates. It's so magical, you know? And like a stream, you know, there's thousands of streams and rivers in Hawaii. Even though it's like islands are not very big, but we live in a very tropical zone where our climate just produces so much vegetation and rainforests, but we also have dry climates here in Hawaii. And you know, I just love rocks and I love textures and I love nature, especially because, you know, like if it's like it's hard to live in nature just like this. You know, if I just had like a tent over there and this is my little spot. You know, it's not as easy because, you know, we need a little bit more culture. We need space for us to do things and a place for us to share and to eat and, you know, to cultivate goodness together. And, well, I gotta jump here. Well, bam, to the next rock. And so, yeah, you know, it's kind of like we need a little bit of security and comfort, but we also mostly need this. This is what we mostly need. You know, this is what it brings us, is a sense of belonging and a sense of who we are. Because if we take away all this, we would not know. You know, like what if our whole planet was like Dune? It was just a desert planet. You know, like all we had was just humongous worms going around doing crazy shit. Sorry, PG, man down. But yeah, ginger root. See the gingers? Look happy, nice little ginger. But yeah, I often talk about natives and non-natives because you can see the competition between, you know, different types of plants, and also the competition between people in itself, like the native people versus the non-native people. Guess what? Same thing. We have a lot of non-natives and we have a select few natives that, if I had to point them out, you see there's a lahala tree, and what else? A kukui nut tree, and that's all I see right now. All this vegetation you see, except for maybe some of the ferns and the mosses, and some of the lichens and things like that, is pretty much all non-native. Yeah. I know most of the plants, but I can't name them all. You know, it's like, I usually speak in general. Like, if I say I know my plants, it doesn't mean I know them all. But I know enough in respect to other people what they know, that I know, that I've studied a little more. And so it's like some people will try to challenge you, like, oh, you don't know nothing. Just because they have a little bit of knowledge. And I think that's a dangerous thing. Because even someone who is like, might have more knowledge, but he may not be able to like communicate like some other people who have like a snake oil salesman tongue. And, you know, they'll tell you what they want to tell you. But, you know, and I don't think they'll see what you see. It's all based on perspective. You know, like if I was here with a local Hawaiian person, and that person was trying to share with me what is and what isn't, what's supposed to be here, he has a different perspective than I do as a designer, as someone who grew up here but it's not Hawaiian, has a lot of respect. But when I see nature, I see different cultures all using nature for its own purpose. You know, like when the Japanese live here and the Filipinos live here, and we have Chinese. Oh, I found the waterfall, guys. Woohoo! I figure if you walk far enough, you'll find a waterfall. So, pretty awesome. We're gonna go to a nice little spot. It's probably local trails from some of those houses we walked at, down the street that I walked. I'm on Hana Highway right now, and we're about 5 miles past Waylo. So, yeah. Unreal little waterfall spot. Okay, we scored. Anyway, I didn't mean to I like to have spiritual talk and walks, and I like to be serious, and I like to talk about things that are important because, you know, I'm learning how to deal with people, how to share in the right way. Because in a world, right now, this world is I would say convoluted. It's beautiful beyond words, but the part that's convoluted is how we use this world and what we're doing with this world and how we treat this world, you know, because it's such a beautiful world. Look, do I have to tell you this is beautiful? No, ain't gotta say nothing. In fact, the less I say, the more you can overlay your feelings of gratitude in this space. So that's why, you know, I try to come and, you know, because I, you know, kind of had a crazy life, you know. It's not been easy. Nobody has an easy life. You know, I think some people, even though they're sheltered, they're almost more sensitive then the people who have to deal with a lot of real hardcore stuff in their life. And then you got the sheltered people who have been, you know, raised with the silver spoon, and they think they're entitled to whatever it is that, you know, they feel like identifying with themselves, and then the way they were raised and things like that. But I just think that people who've been through a lot are a little bit stronger. You know, like even your ordinary, typical, you know, grow up in the neighborhood kids who have to deal with bullies and, you know, standing up for themselves and, you know, competing with other kids, competition in sports, things like that. Like, even just that alone kind of creates, you know, gives people a little bit more strength, even though they might be dealing with things in the same toxic way as everybody else, but then they have a little bit more strength. And I say people who are very ginger, very soft, they don't have a lot of, you know, experience out there in the world, you know, with how they deal with their feelings, and, you know, if they get something said to them or about them, they might get a little, you know. So anyway, that's just a little rant. And, look at this, huh? What? This is awesome. Okay, let's go check it out. Wow. I see all kinds of cool looking rocks. It's like a nice little jump, full on handles. Wow. Should be a trail. See if there's a trail over here. Goes up to the top. I'd like to be able to walk and find a trail. Oh, there's a trail. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Alright. Just got over to a little side trail to go kind of get to the top of the waterfall. And just keeps going. But I want to get down to the water. Here we go. Okay, I made it to the top of the waterfall. Now I'm gonna walk back to show you where I was. Oh, nice little drop. Oh, not bad. Beautiful. Feels like it's deep enough. Like right across the stream over there, it looks like a nice place to jump in. That would be a nuts fall. You gotta be careful. Alright, I just took off this morning. My friends are in the mainland snowboarding. My neighbors that I usually tell when I go for an excursion hike. But I feel like I'm just gonna walk around, maybe find another waterfall. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find one. Yeah. So water in Hawaii is Vai or Y or Kai. Like ocean, Vai, water, Y-P-O. Oh, look at this little spot. Look at it, looks like a little, like beavers built this, but this is all just log jam from when it floods. Let's go around, up and around here. Wow, this little rock bridge is kind of cool. Lots of Job's tears here. These Job's tears. They make necklaces out of these, out of the seeds, pods. This is a beautiful little spot. Excellent. For a swim, super nice. We're gonna try and find the next waterfall. Waterfall hunters, join the waterfall crew. We're going up to find the most beautiful ledge of water falling. Whoa, what's this? Are these rocks gonna fall on me? Hope not. Get around the spot here. Just like a little step. Small little waterfall. Action. Oh, wow. Look at this. Cool. Oh, look. There's prawns. Yeah. Usually a lot of the pools have prawns in them. See? See the big fat prawns? Look at that guy. There's one right there. Can't see him, but maybe you can. All right, beautiful people. Hope you guys are having a good day, relaxing, listening to the sounds of the water. Yeah, it's nice. Certain times of day, because usually when we're in these valleys, it's good to come, be like between 12 and 2, or I should say 10 and 2, because there's like a 4-hour window where the sun will be directly overhead in all these streams. So that's a really good time to be at the river here. Otherwise, this could be shady because the sun will go down past the cliffs, and even if it's still, it's the middle of the day, it'll be shady in here. So it's good to come when there's sunlight shining right overhead. Right now it's a little overcast, but you can see. Yeah, just a bunch of pools. These are all kind of nice. They're totally submergible. Some of them you can actually kind of swim. See all the prawns in there? Oh, come catch prawns. They're all hiding. Look, there's a big fatty one. Look at that, but he's a big one. There's a big one. Yeah, when you cook them up, they shrink down. So you got to catch the big ones like that. Look at them all. They're like, what is that thing out there looking at us? We've never seen something like that. This river stream, rarely anybody ever comes here, this spot. But guess what, guys? I think we're gonna come around this corner, and there's gonna be another waterfall. Huh? What do you think? Should we do it? Let's do it. Come on, let's check it out. All right. Maybe we'll have to walk a little ways, but I don't know. I see trees going up, so I feel like there's gonna be something cool. All right, let's round the corner here. Let's keep going. Oh. It's pretty flat. Huh? Maybe we'll have to go a little further. But we're still climbing little by little. Even though we haven't gone through a waterfall, we've actually climbed about 15, 20 feet since the last waterfall, just gradually going up. And super cool. I'm gonna do some art shots, later with my camera. But yeah, it's not the greatest camera, but it's okay. It's like, got a little iPhone, takes pictures, whatever. But I think that, sometimes it takes good pictures, and sometimes, yeah, they're okay. It's more like context and like, oh, look what we did. But yeah, looks like the land kind of comes down low here. I feel like I'm walking back up and around towards my house. There's still a trail here. Yeah, sorry, I thought there was gonna be a waterfall because I just had that feeling, even though I didn't hear one. But yeah, there's gonna be one. So we found one waterfall, or was it? Yeah, found one really awesome waterfall. And a couple cool swim spots. I'd have to look up on the map to see what stream this was. But I'm not going to tell you guys because this is a private spot. And, it's good to, if you come to Hawaii, it's good to go to the places that are recommended, because those places, people are there, and it's a little bit safe, even though you're going to a waterfall where there's people, and it's still unsafe, but there's people around. It's a well-known spot, and just like, it's a good place because there's a well-defined path, and people go there a lot, so their footprints are already there, and it's okay. But some of these other places, there's no footprints. There's nobody here. And it's even though the the environment has to compete with the foreign plants and things that are here. But wow, look at this! Look at that! Bam! Must have just cracked and split like that. So cool! Look at this rock. Look at the colors on that. Like, would I do that rock? Oh, it'd be such a beautiful centerpiece in the garden. But yeah, just hang out where everybody else hangs out, because there's just as much beauty there as anywhere. It's all the same. Even though, like, if you live here, then you have the right to go further and explore. Or if someone takes you and it's special, then it's cool. But otherwise, yeah, don't, because it can be dangerous as well, right? And you're just like, oh, I'm going to go up this waterfall. I'm just going to hike up this place. And you've never been there. And maybe you're not prepared. You know, like, I got my pack on. I got a couple of things that I need for just in case, you know. You know, it's like, it's not a survival kit. It's just water. My shakuhachi flute. Some nuts. And I, of course, I wear shoes. We don't have to. I'm just gonna wear slippers most of the time. And that's what we mostly wear here in Hawaii. So we're always taking on and off our shoes. We're always going in and out of our house. So, we wear slippers here in Hawaii. Yeah. So, yeah, just, be careful, be safe whenever you're out there in Hawaii doing anything. Because part of the land is so raw still. Like the lava and the rock and the oceans is super powerful, surges, tidal, waves smashing up against the cliffs, tide currents, rip currents, I should say, pulling you out. And it's good. It's just good to, I always taught my son by just like, let's start off on the small waves, and then we'll work our way up. So, remember I was telling you about the waterfall, another waterfall coming up? I found it. And this one is a big one. It's way bigger. So, I'm going to keep it a surprise. I'm going to keep this waterfall a surprise for a few minutes. Or I say a few seconds. I won't leave you hanging that long. But, yeah, this is an awesome one. And I know people have been here because I see a rope. And this one is twice as high as the last one we were at. So I'm not going to show you yet. I'm keeping the camera hidden from the waterfall. I'm going to get right up to it and I'm going to spin it around. And then voila, you guys are going to see the stuffs. Oh yeah, this is way cool. So I'd say I've been hiking for maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Yeah? What do you think? It's getting dark. A little shrouded right here. We're in the trees. But yeah, you can hear water, can't you? You hear that? That's water. This pool is also, I'd say 3 times as big. This is an awesome little spot here. So this is private. I'm not say private, but it is private. Like, there's nobody here. It's not like a private property or anything, but this spot is like, there's nobody. And, okay. You guys ready? I'm gonna pan my left, your right to my right. There it is. That's where we just came. Here's our little spot. Nice and deep. A rope swing. A rope swing. What? That's so crazy. You can just rope off that and just jump in the water. Awesome. Awesome. Wow. All right. thanks for sharing the journey with me. I'm gonna hang out, maybe go for a swim. For sure go for a swim. But yeah, this is super cool. I love it. Just found a new waterfall. I've never been here before. Excellent, beautiful. Wow. All right, guys. Much love. Hang in there and we'll talk more. And I'll share more with you in the next video. So just have a great day, guys, because I wanted to send you some love. Some Hawaii, some aloha, some aina, some mana. All right, aloha.